Hey, how have you been, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Supernatural. This time we're on season 14, episode 9, titled The Spear. And the last episode, Byzantium, brought back the lovely Lily Sunder, the Angel Slayer. Well, family avenging Angel Slayer. Yeah, Lily Sunder. But she was a lot older because she stopped using her magic that kept her so youthful over the years. So she actually turned, so I think it was pretty much a different actress, and they brought her back to us as an older lady. And she was called in because Jack had died. At the beginning of the episode, Jack had died and succumbed to his, graceless body's disintegrating kind of disease, and he had died, and as what usually happens when a family member dies, the Winchesters were desperately trying to find a way to save him or to bring him back. Well, Sam initially opted to try and build a pyre for him, but then they decided to actually find a way to bring him back. And Sam called in Lily Sunder the next morning, and she did offer to kind of to use some of her magic once again to bring him back and allow bits of his soul to be used in this process to keep him alive as well. So I think it's either not much of his soul that's going to be used, or it's not going to be used for very long. So he'll still be alive and he won't really feel any pain from it. But in the end, that method did mean that she'd have to give up what was left of her soul, and there was very little left after everything she had done, after all the magic she had used in killing angels. Because of what she had done, she was also worried about actually not getting any access into heaven, and then they summoned Anubis, and all that stuff went down. But then it looked like her final, given that her final act was an act of kindness, she knew she was going to hell, but she decided to bring back someone good anyway, and decided to give her life for the greater good. So that little act of kindness in a heap of bad actually shifted the odds into her favor, and she actually got granted access into heaven, and she could see her daughter again, and all that stuff actually turned out to be to benefit her in the end, even a little bit. So that happened. So Jack is now back, but whilst Jack was up in heaven, Jack being in heaven was actually a little bit of a conflict between heaven and the empty, the place where angels and demons go when they die, because Jack was half angel, so the empty kind of felt obligated to actually have him in its position in the first place, so it invaded heaven to try and get Jack back. But Jack ran into a younger Kelly, who then transformed into a present-day Kelly upon finding out that Jack was her son, and then they reminisced a bit. It was very emotional, very heartwarming, and then the empty came in and fucked everything up, and then Cass went into heaven to try and find Jack and rescue him, and then he made a deal, as a Winchester does with dark and deadly beings. He made a deal with the empty, and offered his life in return for Jack's, and the empty made him a rather sadistic offer that, it will take him, but only once he truly allows himself to feel joy. Once he feels like he is in a place of pure joy and that his life is great and perfect, then it will drag him down into its lifeless, cold and empty void of emptiness called the empty. Anyway, but yeah, so he made that deal and told Jack, as a Winchester does, not to share it with Sam and Dean. So very much showing us that his name is in fact Castiel Winchester, not just Castiel. But yeah, I still firmly believe it's going to be on his wedding day with Dean. Before he can say I do to Dean, the empty's just going to pop up behind him and just drag him down through the ground, through like a portal into the empty, and then it's just going to close up, and everyone's just going to be stood there wondering what the fuck just happened. But yeah, so that's happened. So I don't know, that's going to come back to bite him in the ass somehow, but I don't know how it's going to do it. Maybe on the wedding day, maybe far earlier than that, but I don't know. But that happened. So now the Winchesters are all reunited. Jack is back and alive and well. And the hunt for Apocalypse World Michael is back on. And Naomi, because Cass helped them get the empty out of heaven, Naomi offered some of her assistance as well and said that they have a good guess. Well, they have a guess as to where Michael is on Earth. So she traded that information. Well, not traded, but she shared that information with Castiel. So now they have a good estimate as to whereabouts he is, and they can look for I mean, this episode is called The Spear, so I assume that does mean that this is going to be the episode where they search for Otherworld Kaya and try and get her spear from her as well. Maybe recruit her into Team Free Will and, you know, form some kind of supernatural Avengers team to try and take down Michael, who we've established is the Thanos of the MCU, the Thanos of Supernatural, or Thanos of SPN. But yeah, so that is pretty much all I have from the last episode. So episode number 9 of season 14, titled The Spear. Let's go. Is it Christmas? Must be Christmas. Oh, it's definitely Christmas.
Michael?
Michael? This is the new Michael?
I like the view.
This is the new Michael. Huh. She looks good.
2 wolves.
Wolves. Garth!
This one's a bit scrawny.
Garth!
A bit familiar. I recognize you, Garth.
We've met? For my family? For my little girl. I gotta be on the winning side.
He's a daddy!
And over
What the fuck is going on?
Tomorrow.
Garth, what are you doing? Allying yourself with Michael? Don't do this. Don't do this, buddy. Garth is back, yes, but this, come on.
Sam says this stuff will rot your teeth, but I like it.
That all sounds stupid. I know he went to Stanford, but still he's stupid.
They want me to make the change, become one of them.
When?
I don't know, soon I think. Guess that's what she meant by volunteer.
Oh, he's a spy for them. Huh, okay, that makes more sense.
We're supposed to drink... balls.
Balls indeed. Still very much like Bobby.
It'll be okay. You put the only weapon we have against Michael in the mail.
Not just any mail. I paid extra.
Fair.
Certified Priority Express.
You FedExed the egg? You fucking FedExed him.
It's not as if I have access to the
An egg?
clandestine courier networks I did.
Okay, Catch, we're not mad, but we appreciate the effort.
Do we?
Big Michael stuff is going down soon.
Sorry, chaps.
Very, very British. How very British of you, Ketchy. Oh, he'd offer you a cup of tea, but he's halfway across the world.
Called Archangel Grace. The ultimate power-up. A real chug-jug.
Fortnite.
Dude, Fortnite. Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how that game's made its way into pop culture so smoothly, isn't it? Yeah, you can't really hold this in your mouth because they're probably going to want confirmation that you've drunken this.
All gone? Yeah, now it's all gone. Yeah.
All gone.
Yeah, couldn't hold it in. I figured that would happen. You know, they'd actually need confirmation.
Taking shelter at an abandoned...
Get me trapped and drowning inside my own body. Now, when you and Sam were possessed by Lucifer, I thought I understood, but I didn't. Not really.
You can never understand it until you go through it yourself.
Chance to trap him. I'll take that.
Who taught you to pick a lock?
I did. And the internet.
Yep, the internet's very useful.
Wanted to stay useful.
You've done a great job of that so far. I don't know why the simplest things make me jump. I really don't. Like, it's a door opening. He succeeded and it made me jump.
Do you think they already got her?
Maybe they got her and they chased her off. So maybe they're still going after her.
Kaya, I know. She wouldn't have gone out without a fight.
Well, I'm sure she still knows when she's outnumbered.
It's lighter than I expected.
Oh, shit! Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, mysterious van is sure as hell mysterious. Oh crap! No, 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 no! Michael.
Happy holidays.
Son of a bitch! The daughter of a bitch! Oh no! Oh, she destroyed it.
Call us if you hear anything, okay?
Got it.
Garth, let's talk.
Oh shit!
So what, was this a setup?
Let's talk. Let's talk.
No. Well, what do? Do we go to Hatomi Plaza? Do we go to Joplin, Missouri?
Dean.
Oh, bollocks! Oh hey, Kaya! How you doing, girl?
Why are you here?
Hey.
What do you want?
Yes.
Dude, she has a spear backed up against Dean's back. What are you gonna do?
And the only thing in this world that will stop him is this spear in your hands.
How about you get her to join you? Don't just separate her and the spear.
Kill me.
Have someone who knows how to use the damn thing.
The boy. The special boy. The one that used Kaya to
Oh,
open up the door.
Jack.
We can do it again.
Aye, no,
For me.
he
Yes,
can't.
he can. And he will.
Dean?
If
What kind of trick are
How
you
do I know
pulling
you're
here?
telling the truth?
I will track you down.
You've done it before. Do it again.
We'll just summon her using it, just bang it on the ground. Kaya.
Dean, he's got Jack.
She's got Jack. It's a female vessel now.
You knew where we were?
Yeah, your buddy's dead. Nice one, Sammy. Okay, but remember, don't actually go in until Cass and Dean get here. You know. Or maybe not. Maybe just go, just head right on in.
Hey, Dean and Cass are almost here. They got the spear.
It's the oh no, Garth.
Kick Michael's ass.
Garth!
Garth?
Is he transforming? Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm sorry.
No, don't kill Garth, please. Don't kill Sam, but don't kill Garth either, please. Don't kill Garth. Don't do this, Garth. Don't do this. Okay. Whew. Okay. Got a bit of a scratch there, buddy.
If he feared us in the least, he would have sent some our way.
Yeah, well, he could have killed me. Back at the shipping facility.
He knows you're coming and he wants you to come. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Is that the American anthem playing? Really? Well, not the American anthem, I don't think, but just some music. I recognize it, but I can't place it. Can't quite place it, but it's Team Free Will, and that's all that matters. Tell me, is this the plan to get Cass beaten up so you can get him and Michael alone? Oh shit! Okay, Dean, time to come in with the spear. Time to come in with the spear. Oh crap! No.
You got it.
Kill him!
Come on, Dean. Dean. What the fuck is going on? Dean, hurry up and stab her! Kill him! Oh, it's not Dean anymore, is it? Oh no! No! No, don't break it! No! Oh god.
Yeah.
No.
When I gave up Dean, you didn't think to question
I did! I did!
it? Not without leaving the door open Just a crack.
He left a piece of himself inside.
He's gone.
No. That's not my Dean. That's not the Dean I know.
And now
He's never gone.
I have a whole army out there, waiting, ready for my command. Ready for this.
No. Don't you fucking snap those fingers. He snapped. He snapped. Oh, fuck you, Michael. Fuck you to Kingdom Come. This universe and your universes. Oh god, oh good god. That would be that is fucking horrifying. Like his army just ready to pounce at the snap of his fingers. God, every show and movie and pop culture is just learning from the MCU, isn't it? Just one snap of the finger can just be catastrophic for all of mankind, for the entire universe. Wow, to think like that the finger snap from Infinity War has just been globalized. I mean, it's such a simple gesture, and then it can mean so much. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Where to start? Okay. Well, Garth returned. You could tell how very, very excited I was to see my boy Garth. It's been so long since we've seen Garth, and the last we saw of him, he became a werewolf and was with a family, and his mother-in-law was a bitch, and she tried to kill him, and his wife as well. And it later turned out that he actually was pulled out of retirement by Sam to kind of act as a spy for them on Michael's side and find out what the hell was going on and how things had been, how the transformation thing was happening. So he's not dead, luckily. I thought, like, I saw little bubbles and stuff popping up on his face. I thought, like, oh, maybe he can't contain the grace. Maybe he's gonna blow up. Don't kill Garth. Like, don't kill Garth. That was my main concern. Do not kill off Garth. Which luckily didn't happen. Sam just choked him out to unconsciousness and they had him tied up in the car. But he mentioned he had a daughter and I mean, I don't know if he was just lying to Michael, but he mentioned he had a family now and he had a daughter as well. And he needed to know that he could protect them in the coming war. So I don't know if that was just lies to try and get Michael to, like, accept him and not kill him right off the bench just because he was Dean Winchester's friend. But yeah, it got him alive long enough to actually take the grace and go into, like, supercharged werewolf mode in the end. But yeah, he was recognized by Michael because Michael actually still... So Michael had actually left a piece of himself inside Dean. So because of that, he was actually able to recognize Garth through his connection to Dean and connected the fact that he was friends with the Winchesters and he had that connection going. But then Garth did kind of pull a quick one on him and say, you know what, like, I am friends with him, but at the end of the day, I've got a family, I've got my own shit to take care of, and I need to be able to take care of it. So just hit me up with some of that Archangel Grace. So that happened. But Garth, I mean, I don't know, I think towards the end, yeah, I mean, they had him in as a spy, nothing else much really. They had him in as a spy who took the grace, and then he ended up getting supercharged, and they knocked him out, and then kept him in the car. So I feel like I wish, like, for his return, I wish he would have had more to do with it. But at the end of the day, I think like having him, like, making him have anything more to do with it would have meant putting his character and his life at greater risk. So I feel like, you know, this, like, getting this much is great enough. And actually, like, decreases the risk of him being killed off for the sake of shock value or for the sake of the plot or anything like that. So I'm glad we got some Garth. I'm glad we got some Garth, if any Garth. So he is alive and he's in the car. So that's that. But yeah, so Michael destroys both weapons, both items. So he destroyed the angel expulsing egg that we saw the team using on Lucifer in The President in season 12, and so that egg they figured they could use for Michael as well, but he or she melted it down like it was a fucking Kinder egg. And so that's been destroyed, and can't believe Ketch fucking FedExed a weapon of like a weapon mixing science and religion and science and magic together in a fucking FedEx box. Like, seriously. And you know, like his whole Britishness has increased, if anything. It hasn't even decreased. He hasn't lost any of it. I don't think he could possibly lose any of it. But you know, if anything, he just increased. Like just like a 5-second break of silence, just for him to say, "Sorry, chaps, my bad." Just that's all he can muster up. And being halfway across the world, he can't really fix everything with a cup of tea either, because that's how we British do it. Just apologise with a cup of tea, and if you refuse the cup of tea, then you're basically starting a war. So yeah, it's good to see him explaining stuff to Jack in the beginning there before Sam and Dean actually waddled by the laptop. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, there will come a day when, like, in the final battle against Michael, we will have everyone together. I'm not trying to draw any. I'm not desperately seeking to draw any more connections to the Avengers and to Supernatural, but I feel like that is the way this is all going to come together. Like, you know, Sam and Dean are going to be calling on old and new allies to actually come together and fight Michael's forces and to take on Michael himself, and a force from above is going to come down and just be badass. And, you know, yeah, I'll stop now. I'll stop. But I mean, hey, that could very well happen. But I don't know how that stuff's going to unfold. But I mean, even now we do have people off screen and kind of indirectly on screen, just helping the Winchesters out in any way they can. So yeah, I think Mary and Bobby are still. I think Mary and Bobby are the only ones. I think really. I think that there was a mention of Bobby doing something in this, but I think all in all, I think Mary and Bobby are the only ones who are actually kind of dealing with their own stuff in Donna's cabin still. So we've yet to see them make a return to the screen. But yeah, so he destroyed the angel expulsing egg. He melted that, and he broke Kaya's staff in half. He broke the staff in half. So Kaya is gonna be pissed as shit about that, and she's probably gonna try and kill Michael herself. But yeah, I mean, Dean making that deal with Kaya though, that I don't know what that. I mean, it's not the first time they've lied in order to make a deal, but I don't know what like where that. I mean, desperate times call for desperate measures. So if giving her the promise of actually getting her back home gets her to give us the Archangel harming weapon, or potentially Archangel killing weapon, then, you know, so be it. Just go for it. Just get the weapon and then, you know, find a way to break it to her slowly. Yeah, about that. The special boy's kind of lost his power to be special in that way, so he can't really get you back home. But now everything's lost. Now the staff itself is lost, and like I think you saw, like as it broke, you saw that kind of white, like that light kind of fizzling from the insides of it. So it must have been one hell of a magical staff. It's called a spear. The episode is called a spear. I don't know why I keep calling it a staff. It's a spear. Which also begs the question why Sam didn't just throw it at Michael's head in the first place. Like he picked it up and then he passed it to Dean, which is noticeable to Michael. Like, you know, he hears Sam yelling Dean's name and passing it to him. You know, why not just pick it up and just do a spear throw right between Michael's eyes, just kill him there and then, you know? And that would have prevented the opportunity for him to subconsciously transfer himself back into Dean. Because he said, that's what he said as well, that he actually left the door open in Dean's mind, so that he could actually, in Dean's body as a whole, so he could actually go in. So he actually left a piece of him in Dean, small enough that no one would notice, but big enough for him to actually be able to waltz right back on in. So he was never truly gone then. He was never truly gone. That kind of explains why he was having those kind of, like, fade-ins and outs when Jack had his thing going on as well. So maybe it just activated around Grace or a lack thereof or something, but I don't know. But he always left a place inside Dean that he could actually get back into if he needed to. But I mean, the female Michael was awesome. I think I kept calling her she because it felt right, and, you know, calling her he just, you know, I mean, again, archangels, angels, I feel like they're non-binary. I feel like that's how they roll. Like, if the vessel fits, the vessel fits. I feel like that's especially how they roll. Like, the gender, sex, stuff like that, it doesn't really matter. And like if they find a vessel powerful enough to contain them, then it's all well and good. If it doesn't blow up upon contact, then all well and good. So I mean, I don't know. I kind of switched around a lot, going from she to he, back to she again, and yeah. So, but yeah, the actress for Michael this episode did a great job of handling the role, and I think it was a great kind of. I mean, it definitely felt at times like a temporary stand-in until Michael found a way to get back into Dean's body, but at the same time, she did a great job, and I think it's always better when they can actually find actors like that. They can actually still manage to convey the fact that it's a different body, maybe different voice and everything like that, but it's still the same angel inside. It's the same soul and grace and whatnot inside. So she did a great job of conveying that. But I was wondering, why could they not just ask her to join them? Like, instead of just separating her and the spear. Like, I mean, look, Dean did a decent job with the spear. He knew how to handle it. But Kaya, her and the spear are one, and she wants to kill Michael just as badly as they do, if not just get home and get away from him. But why not just ask her to join forces with you? Like, to me, that seems like the most logical kind of option. Like, okay, you know what? We've seen how well you work with the spear. You're swinging it left, right, and center like like you're a fucking ballet dancer. Just slicing dudes left, right, and center. Just you're clearly good with this thing, and you'd rather not be separated from it. So how about this? You join us, you help us kill Michael, and we'll get you back to your home. Instead of being like, you know what? We want the spear, but we don't really want you so much, or we can't really have you so much. I mean, arguably, maybe she wouldn't have agreed to join them. I guess that is a good argument to make. But at the end of the day, then that would have been the deal that they made. Like, that should have been the deal. That should have been the deal that they made. Like, you join us, you help us kill Michael, and we will get you back home afterwards. So that way, she can go home and also just get rid of any chances of Michael actually trying to follow her back home, or trying to trying to kill her before she gets a chance to go home, like killing her as soon as she gets through the portal, something like that. It decreases those chances instead of just saying, just give us a spear, we'll try and do our best, that, clearly won't be matched up to your level, and just fail in the end, and also have you lose your favorite fucking weapon. Like, it seems more logical to have her joining forces with them, getting the job done, and then getting her back home somehow, somewhen. But I don't know. If anything, looking back now at that ending, it just feels like a reason to have the spear destroyed. It honestly does. It just feels like a reason, like, with her separated, again, Dean used it well, but he clearly just doesn't use it as well as her, and maybe it might mean that she died. Maybe, but with this, it just seems like a reason to have destroyed the spear in the first place and give Kaya more to lose and have Kaya more pissed off, and maybe that will be the push to actually have her join them as well. Like, he destroyed my spear, so with or without you, I'm going after him and I'm going to kill him. So this way, at least they'll actually have Kaya on their side to actually fight Michael. So yeah, that's that. So Michael wants to transform everyone. I think he said, actually, let me go back and listen to that piece again, just to see if I missed anything. I don't know if I did. Well, I probably did, but yeah. So it was when he was talking with Jack. Okay, so he's already built up a formidable enough army, but now he wants, like, a transformation, he said an insurgency from within, so he wants to turn every last person on Earth into one of his monsters, into a member of his army. So, like, the two contending choices are vampire or werewolf, and I feel like in the lore book of Supernatural, I think physically speaking and existentially speaking, vampires and werewolves are generally a lot easier to actually achieve and actually come by. But yeah, he's not looking to kill anyone that doesn't, unless they actually actively oppose him. If they actively oppose him and they're stubborn and determined to get their way, then he may well just snap his fingers and poof. But besides from that, he is just looking to build an army on Earth, and to actually, because last time he said he actually sent his on Apocalypse World, he actually sent his army down like raining fire from the heavens, so to speak, and he actually leveled Kansas City, and we've seen he basically leveled Earth, so he actually destroyed them all. And our world, this Earth is actually a way to kind of to redo that and to rectify that mistake, and like not to wipe everything out, but to change it to his to change the odds in his favor, and to actually make everyone a part of himself, because he is, the transformation is basically going to be him passing his grace on to every last human being and turning them into one of his monsters. So I mean if they're humans, I don't really think, he did still say like vampire or werewolf, it won't matter which, but at the end of the day they'll still be a member of his army. So I think I don't know if the transformation would work the same on humans, and vampires and werewolves themselves, like his assistants, like the woman who gave Garth the grace said, like only 1 in 7 monsters have actually exploded from the transformation going wrong. So obviously that kind of biology is very, very different compared to a normal human. So I feel like that would be much, much higher. Like 4 in 5 or 3 in 5 humans, only 3 in 5 humans actually survive this process, and they not only turn into a werewolf or a vampire, but in a supercharged version of one of those. So I feel like that would be an even more. Unless he gets the calculations and whatnot exactly right, and he actually knows how to distribute the grace and actually control its effects within, then that will still be a bloodbath. Like he'll still be losing people as he creates more. So yeah, he does just want to transform the human race into his own monster army and take over the Earth that way. But then, if he's not intending on, he did say that. This is what confusing me, because like it's only now that he's actually mentioning turning humans and whatnot into monsters. But a couple of episodes in, when Dean was still in his body and he was talking to one of like an alpha wolf or something, he was talking about like a coming war, and he's still talking about like a war on the horizon that's coming. So I guess he's still anticipating a human resistance, so that might be the war he's talking about. Like, so humans like monsters actually taking over humans this time. But again, humans being humans, they will there will be those who resist and form up their own army and try and fight back. So I guess that could be the war he's talking about. But then what humans would willingly volunteer to be his? He's got that whole kind of propaganda and promotion going on about how you're this now, but you can be even stronger and you can be even better and you can work for me, and together we can achieve all this yada yada yada. So he's got all that stuff going on. So those kinds of humans who are gullible and want to believe in better will probably be like, yep, sign me up, I want to be bigger and stronger and faster and better in every way possible. But then there will be the humans who resist and actually know the side effects and the bad sides from this stuff, but then they will be the ones who end up dying after being bombarded by a monster army. So regardless of what happens, a war is on the horizon between, unless the Winchesters can stop it, a war is on the horizon between humans and monsters, and it might just uncover the world of monsters to the human race. And again, unless they can stop it, but I think that would really change the face of everything that Supernatural stands for, like brothers hunting monsters in the shadows and keeping humanity away from this kind of stuff and keeping them safe from it. But that is his overall plan that he's going to be exacting. And something else I wondered, when Garth was transforming, he attacked Jack, and then you could see his teeth and his eyes coming in, and then he kept saying he's in my head, I can't get him to stop, he's in my head. So makes me wonder if it worked for Dean because he left a piece of himself inside Dean that that would go unnoticed, but it would still be there for Michael to actually get back into, subconsciously, without the whole kind of grace coming out of the mouth and going into someone else's mouth and all that stuff. But with the monsters, he is still what supercharges them is his grace. That's what that's what enhances them. It's that power that he gives them. So when that's inside them, I wonder if that kind of leaves a doorway into their soul as well, especially Garth's. If even that small of a piece of grace actually leaves a doorway open, not for possession or maybe not for direct possession, but maybe it still allows him to see through, like see the world through his monster's eyes. And especially for Garth, he can actually see everything that's going on. He can see what's going on with like when he's making all those phone calls to Sam and telling him where everything is, and that's how he knew to keep the forces away from Kaya with the spear, and to actually go for the egg first, and then let the Winchesters come with the spear, and he'll destroy it himself. But I mean, so then, if that's the case, like, would they be connected by, like, together, like some kind of hive mind? Like, if he's passing this grace along to all these beings, all these monsters, and they're connected to him through that sense, and he can see through them. They can't see through him, but he can see through them. Would that be kind of like a hive mind connection? And if so, would that then mean that if they go straight for him, I mean, now it's going to be even riskier. Again, back in Dean's, it's going to be even riskier. But then, if they go straight for him, would the rest of them lose their supercharge, like, ability, or would they just lose, like, that kind of doorway into their mind that Michael has? I think, because I mean, once the grace is separated from him, it latches onto them, and it still has that kind of enhanced ability, but it just latches itself onto the monsters and becomes a part of them. But because the origin is still Michael, it allows him to have that kind of connection to them. So yeah, I feel like it could be a kind of hive mind that he's building, like a monster army that's connected to him, and especially it makes even more sense like the more monster, like he's created all of these monsters, so they're ready to go at the literal snap of his fingers, and like on his signal, like whether it's sent, like especially if it's sent mentally, like when he says attack dogs, go now, like do whatever, like that connection and that signal he sends out to his monsters will let them be ready. So if they attack, like, I mean, it's too late now. He already snapped his fingers, and he already, just Thanos'd his way into their minds, and he's now sending his Outriders and his Chitauri into the world. But you kill. I mean, in the Avengers, like Tony flew a nuke up into the Chitauri mothership, and all of them died all at once because they lost that connection. So maybe if you still take out Michael, then all of his monsters lose that connection. Maybe they die, maybe they don't. I mean, I don't want them to die because Garth is one of them now. He has that grace in him, so if they die, he dies. So maybe they just lose the superchargedness, or maybe they just lose that connection to Michael, so they don't follow his orders anymore. They don't follow his control. But yeah, so I mean, I feel like a hive mind is what he's actually going for here, like a very, very hostile kind of hive mind that just follows his every order. But we will see how that idea pans out, and if it pans out in, like, destructive ways, which I have no doubt it will, but we'll see what happens. But that snap at the end, that smooth snap, and then that fade to that cut to black, not even a fade, just like a cut to black. I can't get over that. That's beautifully executed. But then, I mean, even with the Lucifer, that finger snap has been just a kind of signature of his. Like people are monologuing about how they're gonna kill him, and he just sighs, and he's just like, and then they just poof, just disappear into gracious air. But that finger snap, that was good. That was good, CW. But yeah, that is it for this one. So that was Supernatural Season 14, Episode 9, titled The Spear. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment or read all the episode on what you think is coming up next for Team Free Will. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.